Hello, ladies. Are you ready to feel stronger, leaner, and more energized as you head into the new year? I've created something just for you. I'm hosting a free 5-day mini course designed specifically for women over 50 who want to take control of their health, build strength, lose fat, and boost confidence. It's time to prioritize you to finish the year strong and kick off the new year feeling amazing. Each day, we'll be focusing on a simple, effective strategy to help you eat better, move more, sleep well, and boost your mindset so you can start seeing results fast. You'll also get exclusive tips, daily accountability, plus I'm going to be hosting live virtual office hours every week where you'll be able to connect with me directly, ask questions, and get answers to help you stay on track and make real progress. Grab your spot in the free mini course by heading to lisadupreecoaching.com/jumpstart or click the link in the show notes. And don't keep this to yourself. Invite a friend to join the fun. I can't wait to see you inside the course. Welcome to Midlife Mojo, the podcast all about how to be fit and flourish in your 50s. We'll be talking about all the things that support living life to the fullest. Let's dive in. Hello. I'm Lisa DuPree, and in this episode, we're going to take a moment to reflect and recalibrate, because now is the perfect time to pause, look back, and evaluate how the past year went for your overall well-being. Today, we are going to be reflecting specifically on your health and fitness. I like to think of this personal audit process as if you have already conducted a year-long experiment, and now it's time to sit down, gather, and analyze all the data you've collected, uncover those golden nuggets of wisdom, and use them to guide you forward. It's important to note, though, that this is not about judgment or focusing on your shortcomings and what you didn't do. It's all about mining valuable insights to help you grow and flourish. Now let's get started with your year in review. So I want to start with why reflecting on your year matters. In the short of it is reflection is an essential part of growth. It's not about perfection or beating yourself up over missed goals. It's about taking a thoughtful, non-judgmental look at what's working, what's not, and then how you can move forward more effectively. Think of it as analyzing your life's data points to uncover patterns and opportunities for improvement. Midlife is a unique season where we're often balancing a lot of things. So career-wise, we may be at a point in our career where we want to continue growing still, or we may be really planning for what are we going to do in retirement. We have families. We may have younger children that are still in the house. We may have older children that we are still very connected with. We may have aging parents who we are taking more responsibilities, helping and supporting. We have our friends, our partner, and we have our own well-being. So by conducting this personal health and fitness audit, you're really going to be able to gain clarity and confidence in what next steps to take. So here's the first question I want you to consider. What health or fitness goals did you set for yourself this year? Maybe you wanted to feel more energized. Maybe you wanted to lose some weight or build more healthy habits and more consistency, build a routine. So you want to notice those, reflect back on those. Hold on to those thoughts as we move through this process today. So the first step in this 4-step process is to reflect on your goals. So let's start by revisiting those goals you set for yourself at the beginning of the year. Ask yourself, what goals did you achieve? Which ones fell short? And then note why. What were the reasons? And then were any of those goals, as the year went on, they no longer felt as important or they no longer felt relevant? So what goals did you achieve? Where did you fall short? And then the reasoning for that. And then were there any goals that you just kind of lost steam or no longer felt relevant as the year went on? Again, this isn't about assigning blame. It's about identifying patterns. For example, did life get unexpectedly busy? Or maybe you set goals that weren't realistic for the season you were in. I know for me, flexibility has been key for this past year for me for many reasons. Lots of life changes, big transitions. And so, one thing that I've learned both from my science background, my own experience, and my experience coaching is that flexibility in your goals is key. Life is going to throw you curveballs. It's going to happen. And adjusting along the way is part of this process. One client I worked with, as an example, set a goal at the beginning of this year to run a 10K race. Midway through the year, she had to pause her training because of a knee injury. And initially, that was really hard. She built up a good bit of a foundation and she was really making progress toward her goal. And so this injury really made her feel like she had failed. But we really worked to reframe her goals to focus on recovery and strength building. And so now by the end of the year, she still hasn't run that 10K race yet. That's the key, yet. But she's developed a stronger and healthier body, and she has really set herself up for success in this new year. So sometimes success with your goals looks differently than we originally envisioned, and that's absolutely okay. So as you reflect on your goals that you had for this year, keep those things in mind, looking for patterns. All right, step 2 is really celebrate your wins. Like, celebrate what went right. It's just so easy to focus on what didn't work, but acknowledging your progress is crucial. Did you build consistency with a workout routine? Did you improve your nutrition? Maybe you prioritize sleep for the first time in years. Like, these are all wins worth celebrating. So take a moment to think about where you succeeded, what you accomplished this past year related to your health and fitness goals. And then here's another thing, add on to that. Think about what helped you succeed. What were the strategies that you put in place? The things that you learned? Was it carving out time in the morning, finding an accountability partner, or just making a commitment to yourself to show up and do the thing, whatever it was, more often? These strategies are gold, your golden knowledge nuggets. And these are things that you use to plan for the next year. And if you're looking for even more guidance to build on these wins, the Midlife Mojo Jumpstart can help. Over 5 days, you'll get information to help you eat, exercise, and recover in ways that work for midlife, all designed to fit into your busy lifestyle. So you can head to lisadupreecoaching.com/jumpstart to sign up and start the new year with a lot more clarity and confidence. All right, step 3 is learning from your challenges. So we're going to shift those gears from your successes and look at what are the things that kind of got in the way. Reflect on the areas where you struggled this year. So you're going to ask yourself questions like, what got in the way of your progress? Were there external factors? And that could be things like family responsibilities, work demands, injuries, things like that. Or internal factors like motivation or self-doubt or self-sabotage. Notice those things, what got in the way, and then identify those external factors and also the internal factors. And then notice, how did you handle any setbacks? So take note of that. And then you want to know what you might do differently next time. For example, one challenge I faced this year was overcommitting to intense workouts without allowing enough time for recovery. And I really learned the hard way that rest days are just as important, if not more important, than training days. And that was really tough for me. I wore myself down physically. It affected my immune system. I ended up getting an upper respiratory infection that I just could not kick. It took me about 2.5 to 3 months. And so I lost a lot of that time. And the thing is, I had to slow down because I just couldn't do enough, but I was having a lot of trouble like with the mental aspect of that, of feeling like I was losing ground. I should be doing this. I should be still getting up and being able to work out. And so I learned a lot from that. I learned a whole lot about myself, my mindset, what I needed to succeed. Maybe for you, it could have been something like struggling to find time to meal prep or letting stress derail your sleep schedule. Whatever those challenges were, use this time to look at those objectively and use this as an opportunity to grow, not as a reason to feel discouraged. And remember, every experiment yields valuable data, even if the results aren't what we expected. That data is still useful and can help us as we move forward. So step 4 is plan for the year ahead. With all this reflection under your belt, it's really now time to look forward. Based on what you've learned, how can you set yourself up for success in the coming year? So I want you to start with 3 questions. What is one goal that you want to prioritize in the coming year? Just one goal. How can you make that actionable and realistic? Remember, we're going to have to build in flexibility. So how can you make it actionable and then make it realistic for where you are right now? And then what support or resources do you need to accomplish this or to stay on track? So what's one goal to prioritize? How can you make it actionable and realistic? And then what support and resources do you need to make it happen? And I really encourage you to write these goals down. There's power in seeing your goals down on paper. And again, remember, it isn't about doing all the things perfectly. It's about making progress, being consistent, and building habits that support your long-term well-being and also help you achieve your shorter-term health and wellness goals. So, reflection is really a powerful tool. So by taking the time to acknowledge your wins, learn from your challenges, plan for the future, you are setting yourself up now for a healthier, stronger, and more confident year ahead. Think of this process really as compiling and analyzing your own personal data. You're going to extract those golden nuggets of wisdom. That's going to help to guide your next steps. And it's not about looking at your shortcomings, where you failed, and judging yourself. This whole exercise is about discovery and growth. Where you did well, what strategies you used to help you succeed. All right. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love it if you'd share it with a friend or leave a review. And don't forget the Midlife Mojo Jumpstart to kick off your 2025 with purpose is available to you. It is a free 5-day mini course. You'll get a short actionable email every day for 5 days. Head to lisadupreecoaching.com/jumpstart to sign up or use the link in the show notes. It's a perfect way to start the year feeling energized and motivated. Until next time, get out there and keep your mojo rising.